Imagine a scenario in which the sun, this immense ball of fire that sustains life and balances everything around it, suddenly disappears. Without any warning, it vanishes, and with it, the foundation of all the energy that flows in our solar system. Earth would instantly plunge into absolute darkness. But the consequences go far beyond the absence of light. Let's explore what would happen to the solar system and, most importantly, to life on Earth if the sun suddenly vanished. Prepare yourself for a fascinating and terrifying journey into a reality that, though it seems absurd, is full of lessons about the importance of this star we take for granted every day. Before we continue, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any more revealing and intriguing videos like this one. By doing so, you'll gain access to content that delves into the greatest mysteries of the universe and our existence. Ready to dive into this adventure? If the sun were to disappear suddenly, the first thing we'd feel is the cold. This would happen because Earth would lose its main source of heat. In less than a week, global temperatures would start dropping to levels we could never imagine. Within a few weeks, even the tropics, normally the hottest areas, would freeze completely. To put it into perspective, within about 2 months, Earth's entire surface would be frozen, and even the oceans, which cover 71% of our planet and are vital for climate regulation and life support, would transform into frozen deserts. The regions where nearly 8 billion people live, including major cities and densely populated areas, would become uninhabitable. With the sun gone, there would no longer be what we call the solar photosphere to provide visible light. Everything would be incredibly dark, and Earth, without sunlight, would become almost invisible in the universe except for some artificially lit cities and other places emitting some form of light. In terms of geography, this would be an unprecedented cataclysmic event, impacting all latitudes and longitudes. Even equatorial regions and desert areas, known for extreme heat, would be engulfed by eternal night and intense cold. Besides the cold and darkness, there's another crucial factor: the sun's gravity. The sun has an immense mass, and its gravity keeps all the planets in the solar system orbiting around it in a harmonious cosmic dance. If the sun disappeared, this gravitational force would vanish as well. As a result, Earth and the other planets would stop orbiting and fly off in straight lines, wandering through the vastness of space. This would turn our planet into a drifting ship without course or destination. But the absence of the sun wouldn't only affect the solar system physically, it would also drastically alter human life. First, survival on a planet without sunlight would be nearly impossible. In a few weeks, almost all vegetation, which relies on sunlight for photosynthesis, would die off. Without plants, the oxygen cycle and the base of the food chain would be compromised, and food scarcity would quickly become a serious problem. If the oceans froze, marine life would also be devastated, impacting billions of people who rely on marine resources for sustenance. Another aspect is the psychological and social impact. Humans have always been guided by the day and night cycle, by the rhythm provided by the sun. Our entire social, economic, and cultural structure is based on it. The disappearance of the sun would abruptly break this cycle, and without it, our sense of time and routine would be lost. Humanity, amid this chaos, would have to cope with a new survival reality where resources are extremely limited, and adapting to extreme cold would be a matter of life or death. What makes this scenario even more intriguing is that the sun's absence would also force us to seek new energy sources. Technologies like geothermal energy, which uses heat from within Earth, would be essential for warming and lighting cities. Additionally, dependency on nuclear power sources would drastically increase, turning nuclear plants into one of the few options to generate heat and maintain some semblance of a functional civilization. Interestingly, even in darkness and extreme cold, some forms of life could survive for a considerable time. Extremophile bacteria, found in extreme conditions like the ocean's depths and volcanic regions, could continue to exist. This makes us consider how adaptable life is and how, even under the most adverse conditions, it finds ways to endure. But for most humans and complex ecosystems on Earth, the sun's disappearance would mean mass extinction. Thus, the sun's vanishing would lead us to a dark fate without warmth, light, or the natural rhythm that guides us. The sun, which we sometimes see as just a constant in our daily lives, is actually what makes life possible and keeps us connected to the cosmos. It warms us, lights our world, and without it, we would plunge into an unknown abyss. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep exploring the great mysteries of the universe, subscribe to the channel. Join us for more intriguing content and discover how much there is yet to learn about space, time, and our place in the cosmos. Share your opinion in the comments, and let's keep uncovering together the wonders and enigmas of the universe.